What's up? We're back. Back in the LA groove, baby. Had a little power outage. But we are back. And hope you guys are well. And hopefully the power is on for a while. But a transformer blew, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we just adapt. And, we got a storm coming in. So, fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed. I'm glad you guys are with us. I like to give you guys a little bang for your buck. I'm just a streaming soldier. We don't talk about guns on here. I'm gonna direct you to a Pat Dixon stream on Rumble, and you can have a gay old time in there. But I appreciate the question nonetheless. I'm a stand-up comic from Los Angeles, California, and we don't deal in arms. All right, you're Christopher. You're 0 for 2, so you got one more chance. My OnlyFans, 100%. I do sell myself. We're all whores on here, to be honest with you. We're all whores. And we're just trying to do the best we can. What up, AAA? In the house. Earl Skakel in the house. Now, I have no moderators in here. I am not Michelle Hitchcock. Do I take Cash App? I take PayPal, baby. Okay, you're 0 for 1. Yes, I am the mouth breather. Thank you very much. It's actually Earl Skakel. Thank you very much. We've got some real winners in the stream tonight. And why are people rude? Well, Christopher, there's the first an F tower. I've never seen one of those before. And anyone who comes in saying fag and faggot is probably gay themselves. So my hobby is hockey and making love to fat women. Those are my hobbies. GK, you might be the most unfunny troll I've ever seen in my life. And you're 0 for 3. So that's like a joke book joke. Be original. Your guys' obsession with homosexuality tells me that you guys are gay yourselves. So we don't do the God stuff in here. And I know, look at all these losers in the stream tonight. It's unbelievable. No, I play with your mom's pussy. I'm too fast. What up, Miami? My parents used to live in Miami. And Alton Road and 29th off of Sunset Island, #1. And I always enjoyed my time there. So, I'm not sure where Cutler Bay is, to be honest with you. So, yes, it's Alton Road and 29th. They were on Sunset Island, #1. So, what do you think of Trump? Well, he had a good day yesterday, but let's see how he does today. I mean, I'm of the belief that there will never be peace in the Middle East. We are literally the most hated country in the world, and we're really hated over there. So if there ever is peace in the Middle East, we're not going to be the ones to do it, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think there'll be an all-out nuclear war. So, we'll see what happens. It's, I mean, there's probably several countries that have nuclear power, but, the United States, they can't really get us because in terms of hitting us with a nuclear bomb, we're just too far away from everyone. But, we'll see what happens. I mean, you know. Yeah, but we would see that coming. I mean, they'd have to probably hit us from Alaska's side. And, yeah, I mean, definitely, we have allies. I mean, obviously, Israel's our ally, and they're kind of in a pickle over there by themselves. So, um, we'll see what happens. I mean, we do have the biggest nuclear attack, and we'd have to be really asleep at the wheel to get hit by a nuke from Russia or any other country. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's a wacky time in the world right now. Yeah, we don't do the God talk in here, brother. So I'm going to send you. Here's what I like to do. When I see someone who might not be quite right for my stream, what I do is I direct them to other streams. I'm an 80s metal guy. Poison, Rat, Bon Jovi, Kiss, Cinderella. GI, we don't do the all caps in here. Lowercase only, please. Let's see, there's really no one from the Dabbleverse streaming, so... Well, nobody likes onions is streaming. So, and that's about it, though, so... Come on in, guys. Come on in, guys. And let's have a fun time tonight. We got some trolls in the house, but that's okay. Let's not let the trolls ruin our time in here. I'm doing pretty good, Lomax. I'm doing pretty good. Actually, there's really no stupid rules here. There's just no all caps. That's one rule. I don't think that that's asking too much, but if it is, leave the stream if you don't like how I operate. And I understand some of you may not like how I operate, and I can respect that. But, there's about 1,000 other streams going right now. Pick one of them and live a happy life. And I don't know what that means, AS, so I'm not going to say it. Well, I think, I tell you what, JK, Rat is the shit. That is for sure. They should have been bigger, probably, but they had a nice run, and they're still touring. I think they have two of the original five members, and one guy died. Well, let's rectify your eye problems, by giving you a 24-hour timeout, so you don't have to worry about it. So, just all caps is basically the internet version of yelling. So I'm trying to avoid that. I don't think I need you to tell me how to stream. Let's see how many followers you have and how great your channel is. You've got 12 subscribers, bro. I understand what you're saying. But see, that's the problem is if you talk to the trolls, well, they're getting to you. I'm having a live stream. Of course I want to talk to people. But, when they sit there and say rude shit to me, I'm going to say rude shit back to them. That's how I operate. I understand what you're saying. Just ignore them. But, if you ignore them, they get mad. If you talk to them, they get mad. So I'll do it how I want to do it. Well, I can't really say anything to him because he's just typing out the N-word. What do you want me to say to that? No, I don't do shout outs here, bro. It's just a nice, friendly stream. I'm just an unknown comic from Los Angeles trying to make you guys laugh. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Yeah, but if you use YouTube and people like the videos you watch or whatever, you're gonna have. I had 1,000 subscribers before I streamed one video. My point is, you should have a few subscribers just being on here. Just for people going, oh, this guy's video was cool. He posted a Rat video. He's a Rat fan. I'll subscribe to his channel. What's wrong with the world? I don't know, bro. I don't know. We certainly have a lively bunch in here tonight. And I would ask that you guys hit the like and subscribe button. I would appreciate that. You may not see the RoboCop. He is asleep. No, I'm good. I've never been better. We do talk politics in here. You're more than welcome to. And I would just ask you, please no all caps. It's the only rule I have in here. No. I lift weights a lot, but my glasses are bent a little bit. Full disclosure. But I still wear them. Yeah, we don't talk about that area talk. Yeah, the Jesus gang is checking in. That's for sure. And the Jesus gang may come in here. I just don't like talking about religion in here. I mean, I guess we can, but it's a very divisive subject. What's up, Jimbo? What's up? Just doing a late stream. I had a power outage that interrupted my last stream, so I thought I'd come back on for a few minutes anyway and see what you kids are up to out there in the worldwide internet. No need to pray for me, Bubba. My life is good. But I appreciate that. Pray for some of these people in my stream that they may see the light. We're getting ready for heavy storms. We've already had a power outage, and the real heavy rain is supposed to start about 6 a.m. my time. So what up, Daniel? Yo, 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 yo. So we'll see what happens. I be at West Hollywood, California. Thank you very much. No, Pietro, you may not get a shout out. This isn't a radio station. We're just a small stream, and you got to pay for a shout out, Pedro. I have standards in this stream. We're going to go about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to bed. And you guys can go to any other stream on the planet and troll away, babies, troll away. And we shall see each other again tomorrow at some point. I'll end the stream when I want to end. Emma, if you would like me to end the stream now, you can just simply leave. EA Sports, it's in the game. What are you, Apollo Creed? But, well, then stick around, hit the like and subscribe button, and that's about it. Well, that's a little personal, Eye. I mean, I don't really care what you are, so you shouldn't really care what I am. It's kind of coming in hot. We don't talk about the Palestine Jew stuff in here. What do you think this is, the Alex Jones show? I'm an unknown stand-up comic in Los Angeles, California. We're just chilling in here. We be chilling in here. So please, no, I can't wear a tiny hat. My head's too fucking big, bro. I'm gonna assume you're a dude, but who knows? Who the hell knows what you are? I get a lot of John Goodman. I get Phil Hartman. I get Al Franken. Oddly enough, I get John Cena. Now, I don't see that. But, who the hell knows? I've gotten Tom Arnold before, but I don't see that personally. But I order out. AEW. I'm AEW. Well, I'm certainly not a famous person, but I am the father on Tyler, the Creators of the Jellies. which is his cartoon. I'm the only white guy on an all black show. So there's that. And I very much enjoy the show, but we're kind of on hiatus. We weren't really canceled. We were just, yeah, I mean, the power outage, it lasted about an hour. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Um, no, I'm not black at all. You look like a taller, I don't know what that is. I'm going to just assume it's an insult because I know the internet. No gusto, so thank you, I guess. Um, I don't know what that means, so I can't answer that question. Yeah, I mean, cartoons are really, they're not that expensive to do. And the jellies kind of used primitive animation. Like, I'll show you, this is that's the cartoon. That's me with the mustache. It's my son right there, my daughter below me, and my lovely wife right there. I don't know what we're on, to be honest with you. I mean, he never reached out to me, so hold on, let me get a drink. So, if he don't want help, what are you gonna do? Thank you, thank you. I do wear short shorts because I don't give a fuck. I do have nice cakes. You got to give me that. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, the stream's getting a little better. You know, trolls came in a little bit. And what up, Billy? Thank you for the respect, baby. I'm just a friendly guy from Los Angeles. Yeah, they probably would. They probably would. Well, thank you. Thank you. Hit the like and subscription button, please. Yeah, I mean, cartoons, I don't really watch cartoons, to be honest with you. I mean, I watch a little South Park here and there, maybe a little Beavis and Butthead, but that's about it, to be frank. So, but the Jellies was very fun to watch and work on. I mean, I was treated very nicely by Tyler, the creator, and his writing partner, Lionel, who is the black pastry chef in Hulu's, what's that show he's on? That show with Jeremy Allen White. So it was an awesome experience, like the complete opposite of what my experience of roast battle, to be honest with you. Well, you're not going to find any sponsors or investors in here, brother. I didn't see the Charlie Kirk episode of South Park, so I did not. I heard they did something, but I mean, but that's why those guys are great. No one's touching Charlie Kirk jokes or whatnot. So, those guys don't give a fuck. No, but I've had family members go to Yale. So, I went to Santa Monica Junior College, and that was about it. So, I mean, I will say when my nephew called and said, "Hey, they killed Charlie Kirk." I got really sad because I thought William Shatner had died. He said they got Kirk. I'm like, "Oh fuck." Hey, see, that's a little joke. I just threw you guys. You guys probably weren't paying attention, so I thought I could hit you with a little Skakel humor there. Because you guys complain that I don't do jokes in the stream, but every now and then I do. I don't think it's ever too old to do anything, to be honest with you. I mean, I think you have to, you don't listen to anyone. If you want to go back to school at 30, go back to school at 30. It's never too late. So, I am not Antifa. I think I'd have more than 18 people in here if I did. I think I would. Thank you, Berto. I mean, yeah, I do my best. I'm actually a relatively happy guy. I got to go up at the Laugh Factory this weekend. I never get to go up there. And so it was a good weekend for me. So there's not a troll on planet Earth that's going to ruin my mood right now. I'm in too good of a mood. So, take that, you bastards. I'm working on getting on the show Gutfeld on Fox, which is based in New York. And if I did go get Gutfeld, I would do some shows at the Stand. I'm not passed at the Cellar, but I could get spots there because I have many, many friends who are passed there who would vouch for me. And definitely not, I mean, Long Island, I don't know, what's the comedy club there? Governors? Not, I would probably just do the Stand. And if I could get up at the Cellar, I'd probably do that. 100% don't be a dick. I mean, Buster Cheeks, I would recommend you don't say your video game idea on an internet chat room because then someone could steal it. You look like Metro Man. I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume it's an insult. I'm going to say Gavin Newsom. See what I did there? I didn't give you the answer you wanted, but I gave you, a political answer. See, this stream is getting relatively normal. The trolls came in hard the first few minutes, but when they, I'm not Seth Rogen. I think Seth Rogen would have a lot more people than 17 people in the stream. So, I mean, I don't watch a lot of cartoons or shows, so I don't get some of the references that you guys throw at me. Gavin Newsom sucks, but he's probably going to be our next president, so. And I've seen his governing up close. It ain't pretty. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying, Well, Jesse, I don't know what you're referring to, and please, no all caps, my friend. California is riddled with crime. It's riddled with homelessness. It's riddled with taxes. Anyone with money is leaving the state. I mean, why do you think most Hollywood productions are filmed either in Canada or Atlanta? Because they get tax breaks that they don't get out here, which is a very easy thing to solve. And that's costing the state billions. And, the disaster, the fires, he was clueless. And, it's a Democratic state run by a Democrat. He has no excuse. It'd be different if the House and Senate were Republican and he had to fight them, but he literally has no one to fight. It's like the Republicans own Texas, Democrats in New York. There's literally no excuse for him. This state should be on all fucking cylinders firing It ain't. Where do you think Joe Rogan went to Austin? Because of how this place treats businesses. You know. Well, I mean, it's better to have Hollywood productions here than Atlanta. You know, that's a lot of money, and that's a lot of people you're employing in the state of California. You know, so when you see Tulsa King, it's not filmed on one soundstage in California. It's filmed, I think they filmed in Oklahoma or something. I mean, Atlanta is basically the hub of Hollywood right now. So many shows get filmed in Atlanta. Um, I have done voiceover work before, and I continually do voiceover work. I mean, I've been to orgies and gangbangs. I've never been to a Diddy orgy or gangbang, but I think Diddy's a piece of shit, and you know, he got off lucky. I mean, I thought he had a great defense because I followed the trial, and you know, his defense even was like basically their defense was, "Hey, our client's a piece of shit. Yeah, he beat up that woman in the elevator. Shouldn't have done it. That doesn't make him guilty of sex trafficking." So, yeah, but you know, AI is taking voiceover gigs, but um, please, no all caps, brother. I don't know how many more times I have to ask that. Um, Population of California? I don't know. Jeez, I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't even fake an answer. Well, but their case was essentially our client's a piece of shit, but he's not guilty of sex trafficking, which was the big, you know, RICO case, you know. Um, so it was kind of a brilliant defense strategy. I mean, that videotape of him beating the shit out of his girlfriend by the elevator, it ain't a good look. But you know what? It really had nothing to do with sex trafficking. So, thoughts on Halloween? I mean, it's fun. I mean, I don't dress up anymore. I'm 57, but there's a great parade in my neighborhood that I go to every year that's kind of fun. You know, I'm fascinated by, you know, the legal system, and um, you know, I mean, do I think people were getting sexually assaulted at Diddy's parties? Yeah, I do. But you know what? It's hard to prove that stuff. It's he said, she said, and unless they got the shit on video, which they may or may not have had, you know, it's he said, she said. Um, so thoughts on Brad Pitt? Nice guy. I've met him once or twice. He gets it. Well, I don't know where you got the fact that Jesus was a brown Arab. What the fuck? I didn't see it, so I can't say it was good. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's an awful person, but you know, that's not sex trafficking. You know, they probably could have gone after him for. I mean, they went for the big Whopper Rico case, and they just didn't get it. You know, um, it'll be interesting to see when he gets out of prison what his rehab. You know, what the publicists do to rehab his image, but I don't know what that is, Levi. So I have not. I have not. Well, I did have a glitch in the Matrix on the last stream when a power outage hit right in the middle of the stream. So, does that count? By the way, tomorrow night I'll be at the world famous Hollywood Troubadour seeing the boy band The Click Five. 'Cause she's bittersweet, she knocks me off of my feet, and I can't help myself, I don't want anyone else. She's a mystery, she's too much for me, but I keep coming back for more. She's just the girl I'm looking for. I mean, he'll probably be out in a year and a half. Actually, Tyler, the creator, saw me at the Comedy Store. He came up to me after the show. He's like, "Bro, you have the deepest, most soulful baritone voice I've ever heard in my life. I would like for you to be my father." And I'm like, "Who the hell are you?" He's like, "My name's Tyler, the creator." I'm like, "Great, I'm Earl the comic." Hey, and then we've been friends ever since. So she's just the girl I'm looking for. She can't keep a secret for more than an hour. She runs on 100 proof attitude power. And the more she ignores me, the more I adore her. Do 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 do. I can't wait, man. I did the voice of Barry Jelly, the father, on Tyler the Creator's The Jellies. I've done tons of commercials. Buy your Georgia State Lottery scratchers now. Void where prohibited. See ya, Dead Cool. Always a pleasure. Thank you for being cool. Yeah, baritone is in the house. I love the Click Five. They should have been bigger, but the first singer left and he sang Just the Girl. So I think when the second singer came in, his voice was a lot deeper and just made that song in particular sound different. But they also had a hit with him, the second singer, called Jenny. Jenny, you got me hanging on your word, Jenny. You're killing me. But, Click Five, they all graduated from the Berkeley Music Institute. So they were like a boy band, but they could play their instruments. So kind of a breed apart from bands like, say, the Backstreet Boys or, NSYNC or, bands of that nature. They were like good. So thoughts on Game of Thrones? I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but I've never seen it. I've never seen The Sopranos. Never seen Breaking Bad. I got some splaining to do. I do like 80s hard rock, but the Click Five, you know, they were influenced by Kiss in the Cars. They actually did a song with Paul Stanley called The Angel in You, Devil in Me, and the guitar solo was by Elliot Easton of the Cars. So it's I'm also fans of bands that were influenced by 80s music. She's an angel to you. She's a devil to me. When I saw her, she looked my way, and I knew that I was over my head. Ruby lips and a smile so sweet, with a rude attitude that could knock me dead. Suddenly, I heard a voice and she called my name. Suddenly, you got it. Thoughts on Joe Rogan? I know him. I wouldn't say we're friends, but we're not enemies. He's always been nice to me. He's clearly found out a way to make a lot of money in this business. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of anybody who makes money in stand-up comedy because I know exactly how hard it is to make money in this wacky business. So I don't know who that is, Levi. Click Five is awesome. Check out their first album, Greetings from Emery House. And it sounds like the Cars, a little poppier version of the Cars, maybe with a little Bowling for Soup mixed in. But check out, Just the Girl's their big hit, and then The Angel in You, Devil in Me is the song they wrote with Paul Stanley and Elliot Easton of the Cars does the solo, and they had a second album called, I think, TC5 with Kyle Patrick singing, and he's really good. Like, that's who's singing tomorrow night. It's kind of weird that Eric Dill, the first singer, never talks about the Click Five. And the few times I've heard him talk about the Click Five, he's like, Yeah, it was just manufactured image and music. I didn't like doing it. Now he did write a hit for Chris Daughtry that was a big hit. So he's probably made more money writing that song for Daughtry than he ever did in the Click Five. But yeah, check him out. First album is Greetings from Imrie House. That's Imrie. I guess it was a, a shack that they all lived in Massachusetts. So yeah, we don't do stock tips in here. What is this? The fucking Jim Cramer Mad Money Hour? Take that shit out of here, man. Bye, bye, bye. Think anyone in here is going to take stock tips from someone in the stream? Shit. Who were you influenced by as a kid, comedian wise? I wasn't really influenced by comics. That might be the song he wrote, to be honest with you. I don't know. I was influenced more by TV shows like All in the Family, early All in the Family, The White Shadow, Get Smart. So that's what kind of sets me apart from most comics. Is I was influenced by TV shows, not actual comics. I mean, I love Don Rickles, but I mean, I don't really have a thought on Nicki Minaj. I don't really like that music. So I guess, is that okay? The show at the Laugh Factory went awesome. I was a little nervous at first. Um, I'd rather see the Click Five. Um, I mean, I'm 57, so I'm probably way over. I guarantee you I'll be the oldest guy at the Click Five concert. But you got to show me the money, honey. Kill Illuminati. I just do this, do that. I mean, I've done 3 streams today for about $12. You got to show me the money, honey, if you want me to sing. Oh yeah, I'm actually. If you're not nervous, that's when you bomb the most. Oh, okay, well that's cool. You're in the live stream. Thank you very much. It is not GG Child. I hate to disappoint you. I'm just a humble stand-up comic from Los Angeles, California, who likes to stream to the freaks. Tom Cruise, one of the greats. Well, I'm hardly someone who could talk about the keys to success because I don't know if I'm successful, but confidence is key. You got to act like every word you say is the word of God. What are my keys to success? To not listen to anyone who's not better off than me, to learn how to have alligator skin, and even if you hear no, keep going. You have to be delusional, but your delusion has to be based in reality. So, is it delusional for me to think I can make it as a stand-up comic? No, because I'm funny. Would it be delusional even with positive confidence that I could play in the NBA at 57? Yes. Um, I don't know who that is. Superman, maybe? I don't know. Probably an alligator, because I think if you got on top of them, you could choke them out. You're not choking out a lion. So, I mean, that's a tough one. Probably my favorite stunt ever is in the Roger Moore James Bond. I think it was, I don't know if it was the man with the golden gun, but there's a stunt where a stunt man runs across 5 alligators to get to the other side of the road, and it really was 5 alligators. And he slipped on the fourth one, but made it. But like they didn't fuck around in the '70s. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Um, I mean, I think you could, if you got on top of an alligator, since their arms are little, you could probably get leverage of some degree. You're not getting leverage on a fucking lion. So, you know, um, you know, My next favorite stunt in a movie, the Burt Reynolds movie Sharky Machine. Legendary stuntman Dar Robinson. I think it still holds the record for the longest free fall from a building. Um, so, in other words, he had no harness. He just jumped out of a window, I think, at the Biltmore Hotel. I think he was like 30 stories up or something. And Dar Robinson, one of maybe the greatest stuntman of all time. I was just asleep because we had a power outage. So, thoughts on buttered sausage? Um, I mean, it's okay, I guess. Thoughts on Jurassic Park? I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. But the guy who's in the toilet who got eaten by the dinosaur, that was Izzy from Miami Vice. So I'm a fan. Oh, I'm sorry, Levi, you asked me that question. I didn't get to it. I mean, Dave Chappelle, one of the goats, absolutely. I've had glasses for a very long time, probably 30, 35 years. So, not married. I had a fiance over the pandemic, and that obviously didn't work out because I said I had a fiance. Favorite joke of mine or a favorite joke of another comics? Um, Let me know. Thoughts on the Saudi Arabia drama? I mean, I'm disappointed in guys like Burr going over there. I mean, not to get too political, but that part of the world hates blacks, they hate gays, they hate women. I believe they were partially responsible for 9/11 in some capacity in terms of financing it. I mean, the money came from somewhere. And, and Burr's wife is black. So that's really like mind blowing to me that he would go over there. Um, Chappelle, he can't need the money. I mean, Jeff Ross going over there, it's completely like, okay, I could see that. I mean, Jeff would play Hitler's barbecue. Well, thank you for the sub. Subbing makes the world go round. Um, yeah, I don't think Burr came off very well when he was like, "Yeah, I didn't realize that Chick-fil-A and Burger King." Like, huh? Um, oh, favorite joke from anyone? Brian Holtzman has a joke about weather girls being whores that is really funny. And I don't like doing someone else's material in here, but it's a great, great joke. If you ever have the fortunate opportunity to see Brian Holtzman, please do so. And yeah, but I mean, Chappelle didn't need the money. I mean, I'm friends with Russell Peters. He couldn't have needed the money. I mean, Russell makes more money than all those comics combined. Jessica Kirshen is a lesbian, so she had to have known their stance on homosexuality. Um, uh, is this Dave Sarah? I'm just kidding. Buff turd. I did not. I met Ronnie Dangerfield once when I was working at the Sports Connection in Santa Monica. He came in. I'm on my break. He's going through the trash, which was really weird. I said, "Hey, Rodney, why didn't you do Caddyshack too?" He's like, "Because I didn't want to. And leave me alone, kid." Um, yeah, you just don't reach out to some huge comic. Favorite comedian? I don't really have one, to be honest with you. Like Don Rickles, I guess. I don't watch a lot of comedy because I want to do it. I don't want to watch it. 10 more minutes, guys. We'll do 10 more minutes. Thoughts on Hollywood parties? I've been to them, man. They're fun. I mean, if you go to, I mean, there used to be a guy, he was like a real estate developer, and he had a nightclub at his house. So what was his name? Jeff Franklin, man. His parties were fucking fun because it was 4-to-1 girls. And the same with, he was a photographer, Jimmy something, long white hair. He'd always be courtside at Laker games. He has a full-on nightclub in his house, and somehow me and my ex got invited. She knew someone, and they didn't really want her taking a guy, but at that time we were inseparable. So I got to go to this wild. Basically, it was a pussy party. I mean, Chuck Liddell's over there, and there's some guy in the Lakers over there. I mean, it was pretty funny. Yeah, but bro, you don't know how the business works. You just don't reach out to Sam Hyde and go, "Hey, man, what's happening?" They got to reach out to you. And Sam Hyde probably doesn't know who I am, to be frank. I mean, I'm pretty funny, but just so you guys, I like to do this from time to time. When you guys are like, tell a joke. I don't tell jokes on my channel. I mean, Don Rickles, I guess. So let's get to shorts. So here's my latest stream, or my latest short. Let's cue it up. Let me make sure everything is working. All right. Hold on.
Something I said? I'm sensing a trouble spot in the room. Something I said? Great room to do crowd work in. Well, I apologize if I'm offended. I want you guys to know this will be my last set ever, so you'll never have to. Oh.
There we go.
Thank you, Kimosabe. Sure, I'm Jewish. Don't ever point at me like that again. Carry on. I must carry on now. Carry on, my wayward son. I'm going to do a joke right now that might lose the room. But in some ways, you can't lose a room you never really had in the first place. Alright, I'm not going to do the joke. Yes, do it. Even if one more person else do the joke, I'm not going to do the joke. Okay, I'll do the joke. I'm going to need a little audience participation. Nothing too heavy. Just clap when I give you the signal. Hold on, when I give you the signal. No wonder film costs a fortune to make. You can't follow basic instructions. So don't clap too hard, but a little louder than normal, I'll take it when I give you the signal. Wow, this has been one of the best shows I've ever been. This crowd is spectacular. It's an honor to do my first special on Tubi, and I mean, my last one on Furby did so good that, hey, we all remember Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, I mean, we all remember Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, I mean, the king of pop. I mean, it's one thing to be a but a too. What, I'm the bad guy? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see what was going on at that ranch. Okay, I took a shot. I thought I had you guys. Don't clap like that. I'd rather hear no clapping than.
Oh, yeah. So you get a little taste of my humor. And what up, Tammy? We're just about to end the stream. We got about another 5 more minutes. And then we are off. 100%. I do have style. That is for sure. Now let's see. So anytime. Well, they are drunk because I'm going to sleep at about. I'm going up at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I don't really get the best time slot. I am back. How do I handle hecklers? Sorry, I knew you had asked me that. Well, each heckler is different. You know, some want the attention, so you give it to them a little bit. Some are just mean and want to prove to their date or the guys at the table, they're funnier than you are. They ain't. So each heckler's, you can't just, there's not like a common, um, you know, way to deal with them, you know. So you have to make the crowd understand that there is someone disturbing your performance. So, like, you know, in the Comedy Store, in the main room, the main room is full, it's about 400 people. So the people in the back, if someone's kind of quietly heckling you in the front, you got to let them know the people in the back that, hey, someone's disturbing me up here. I have to address it. Because if you just start yelling at them, the crowd in the back thinks you're a dick and they turn on you, not the heckler. But I'm really good at getting the crowd on my side. So, you know, it's really not a standard answer. Like I said, I mean, one time, this is how I'll leave you guys with this. It's kind of a funny story. So I'm on stage one night, and apparently there was a table in the back that was trouble for every comic. They were like literally Raider fans from some shitty area of LA called Palmdale. So, you know, I get on stage and I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm not killing like Joey Diaz style, but I'm doing well. And so the Mexican guy says, "Take off your leather pants, you faggot." And I was like, and 2 seconds later, now it's a packed room, 400 people in the room. You're calling me a faggot when you're with 5 dudes and 2 girls who look like dudes? And the crowd erupted. So I embarrassed him. And then they tried to storm the stage. And then apparently, while I was still on stage, there was a huge fight outside with the security staff and these Raider fans. So point is that like I knew because that guy came in hot, I had to come in hotter. I couldn't just baby him. You know, now there's some drunk girls who are just, they're horny, they're drunk, you know, they want a little bit of attention. So you give them a little bit, you give them a little rope, and then you pull back the rope, and you know, you give them a little more rope, and then you pull back the rope. But in this particular case, with the Raider fans, I couldn't give them any rope because I just couldn't. I had to, and the great thing was the whole crowd heard him say that because he yelled it out. So, you know, people, it's a lot of money to go to a comedy club. You know, it's 2 drink minimum. So if you're on a date, you're buying at least 4 drinks. And if you're drinking a lot, 6 to 8 drinks. That's, I mean, 2 drink minimum. So if you're on a date, 4 drinks, you know, you're looking at $100 because, you know, the markup on alcohol is insane. And, you know, the tickets, unless you know someone on the show, you know, it's $30 to $100. So, you know, if you get good seats, that's $100 each, $200. The drinks, another 100, that's $300. Parking's $25 on the Sunset Strip. So, you know, and, you know, dinners, whatever it costs. Now, the dinner is not on the Comedy Store, but, you know, it's a lot of money to go out and see a comedy show. So the people are on your side. They're there to not even like no one knows who I am. So I can't say they're there to see me, but they want me to do well. You know, I either have to be a dick or horribly unfunny for the crowd to turn on me. And in this case with the heckler, people didn't pay to hear that guy heckle. So I made that very, very known instantly. So, yeah, we don't do the God stuff in here, bro. You're gonna have to go to Pat Dixon's stream. Yes. Well, California's the best state to do comedy, and um, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never heard Milton the Stapler. I've heard Phil Hartman. I've heard Tom Arnold. I've heard who else have I heard? I've heard John Deal, who played Detective Larry Zito on Miami Vice. Um, Al Franken, Max Headroom. So I get told I look like a fairly amount of people. Well, I mean, California is where every comic comes to make it now. I always suggest people don't start in California, especially Los Angeles, because you get one shot to make a first impression. And, once you do it, it's over, Johnny, if it goes bad. New York's the same way. I mean, New York, there's much more comedy opportunity, but you better be fucking funny when you get this opportunity. So, well, I mean, I'm not like completely unknown. And, I do have a lot of people come to see me at the Comedy Store. But, even though the crowd isn't necessarily there to see me per se, they're still rooting for me. I mean, I'm the last comic usually. So they don't want me to bomb. They don't want me to talk shit about them. They want me to do well so they can leave on a high note. So, I mean, every crowd's different. Some are drunk. You do the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville, they serve fucking buckets of alcohol. They literally give you a bucket of booze. So they're fucking fired up and tanked. So they're rowdy and, comics are different. So I love a rowdy crowd because there's going to be no one in the crowd quicker than me. There might be better looking people in the crowd, but this ain't a modeling contest. This is basically comedy is a brain contest, and no one in the room is going to be quicker than me. They might be smarter than me, but they ain't going to be quicker than me. So, and some crowd, like Mark Maron, pretty much just likes to do his set. I don't want to be heckled. I don't want you to shout out my favorite bits you want me to do. I'm going to do my set. So, um, you know, and then other comics like to do crowd work. So, like a Rick Ingram, Ian Bagg, they like to engage with the audience. So, oh, thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. I mean, I can't say I had fun on Kill Tony because I was actually trying to give comedy advice. Like, hey, do it this way, do it that way. And I could tell the crowd was looking at me like, we're not here to hear that shit. We want you to insult them. And it's just not my style to shit on a comic who can't fire back at me. Worst bomb. I mean, there have been a few, but probably I did a TV show that I still love the idea of. It's called One Night Stand Up. And the premise of the show is it's a dating show. There's 8 comics on the show, 1 girl. And she doesn't see you, she hears your act. Now, I was all excited, and I used to wear hockey shirts on stage. So Whitney Cummings is about to call my name out, and I'm just about to walk on the stage. And Barry Katz, the producer of the show and creator of Last Comic Standing, and one-time manager of Dave Chappelle and whatnot, he goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, this is my outfit." He's like, "You can't wear that on TV. That I don't think the New York Rangers want to hear your shit." So that kind of threw me off. So I took off the jersey, and I'm wearing some god awful. You mean Kevin Smith? Um, I'm wearing some god awful Affliction shirt underneath it. So this was right around the time of the Duke Lacrosse sexual assault case. So I thought, I'm going to do dark humor. The girl's probably going to be into that. What up, Jenna? So I'm like, hey, everyone, we all know the captain of the Duke lacrosse team had a degree in economics. So if anyone knew 3 didn't go into 47, it was that guy. And packed main room, 400 people. I've never seen that many people in that room before. And all I heard in the back was my friend Dave Taylor, who's a maniac, laughing. I'm like, that's not good if Dave Taylor's the only one in the room laughing. And then I did another joke about, um, black people taking over every sport. I got nervous. I'm like, I'm going to follow up with this joke. And long story short, the premise of the joke is, black people are taking over every sport, even horse racing. And I'm like, well, the jockeys are white, but the ones doing the work, the horses, they're still kind of black, dead silent. And I never really recovered. So, well, comedy is scarier than acting because you're up there by yourself. You mentioned Kill Tony. You do Kill Tony, you've got Tony, red band, sound effects, a band, and 2 to 3 celebrity panelists or whatever you want to call them. And, so if you bomb, you could go to the band and say, hey, play a song, play me a number. But when you go to the Comedy Zone in Jacksonville and you're bombing for an hour, there ain't no one behind you but a curtain, brother. So in terms of acting, in acting, everything is so strategically done for you. It's like you're gonna, and that was the problem with Michael Richards. It was like, okay, Michael, Jerry's gonna walk in, he's gonna say his line, Jason Alexander's gonna say his line, Elaine gets her line, and then you close it out with some wacky physical comedy. So it's bam, 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 very structured. And when he was getting heckled, that broke his structure, and he just didn't know how to react. So, well, my mom's been dead for 30 years, ZP, so nice try, you dickhead. That's the end of the stream. I don't need to take shit from you fucking losers.